Brad Johnson here from johnson.audio, and today I'm going to talk to you about social media and your music. Now, I'm going to throw out a little, disclaimer. I am by no means a social media expert. I am by no means even got huge social media attention. But I have started to realize in my day-to-day that, this is the way of the world. Everybody's in their phones, everybody's on their tablets, and everybody's in social media. And we could be, if you're in my age, I'm 30, soon to be 31. I don't really want to admit that, but it's true. It can be easy to start thinking about social media as kind of like, oh, that's just for young kids, and it's ruining our society, and we we need to get back to face-to-face interactions. And yes, I am a proponent to all of those things. I'm a proponent of getting off your phone as much as possible and getting out into the real world, shaking real hands, meeting with real people. But it's naive to think that you can just say, yeah, forget about it. And it's no secret that businesses survive or die based on their social media presence these days and their websites. And so just even as musicians, if you're just a songwriter, you have to start thinking about social media, and that their different platforms aren't, for the young people or stupid. It's really just different platforms reach different audiences. And you shouldn't go on to all these different places and talk about me, 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 me. You really have to think about, how can I be a part of this community? How can I give to this community? And this is something that I'm really starting to really think about in my own life, and how I can start using the different platforms for just exposure to who I am, what I'm doing. What I want to do which is help musicians just take control of their music and write awesome music. And I want to see more independent music out there that is just awesome, because the industry is moving in a direction where, the labels and all this stuff is really kind of going to the wayside, because we do have this power, and social media just goes right along with that. It doesn't matter if you make really, really great music. If nobody knows about it, then nobody will ever know about it. I once had a mentor in my life who once sold millions and millions of books, and he told me 80% of it's marketing. If you have a really good product but no marketing, then nobody will buy your product. You could have a really bad product and have really great marketing. You could sell 1 million units. It's not going to be a sustainable business model, because everybody's going to find out that what you're selling them is a turd, and your business will go down. So you have to have a good product with good marketing. So unfortunately, for musicians out there, unless you just want to continue being a hobbyist bedroom performer, you're going to have to wrap your head around social media. Now, there's 2 books that I'm reading right now that I would absolutely recommend you guys pick up. One of them is Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't have the flap for it, but there you go. Crushing It, Gary Vaynerchuk. If you haven't heard of Gary Vaynerchuk, he's a big social media guy, and he talks about the fact that every different social platform is like a different network, and it's a different place for you to show your personality. And Crushing It, I'm going to give a little bit of a disclaimer, will make you feel like you're not doing enough. And it'll make you feel like you need to just hustle. And I'm not necessarily a big proponent of the whole hustle grind thing. I do believe in balance, and you really have to know what is best for you. And he does talk about that in the book. He does mention it really quickly, that you have to understand your own limits, and you don't want to just go, crazy, all to the wall to start building your business. You just have to kind of play around and just get your feet wet, because really it's a long game. You really have to understand that marketing and music and building your skills and being a better guitar player, better songwriter, better engineer, it's all a lifelong journey. It's all a lifelong process. And that's the same thing with social media. It's just a way to expose people to different areas of your life. It shouldn't all just be, just here's my music, 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 here's my music. You really have to think of the platform and think of it as, as Gary Vaynerchuk would say, as a different outlet for your personality. And they all have different languages, and they all have different user experience. And you have to just go in there and just have fun with it. Think about yourself as a kid. What would you do as a kid on those platforms? You would want to have fun. You want to, just do crazy stuff. And if that's part of your personality, then do it. If you're, just got to find your personality and just, put yourself out there on those different platforms in the ways that speak natively to that platform. And that's why that book is really, really good, because it'll kind of open your brain up to how to actually use these tools, and maybe not have such a it's social media, it's for the young people, or I don't want to be a part of it, it's stupid, and I want to be more organic, and I want to, I'm more about the real thing. And unfortunately, it's everybody's in their phone, and you're in your phone too. If you're not, you're lying. And so just know that that's the way of the future. The second book that I've been reading that I would definitely recommend is Mark Manson's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Flip. Sorry, guys. I know that I've talked about my Christian background and how I am a follower of Jesus, and I understand that book can be viewed as not Christian, but I don't give a flip. Sorry. But no, seriously, that book will actually put things into perspective of the fact that we're not owed anything, really. And there's a lot of stuff going on in our hearts and our minds that really hold us back from just doing things that we should be doing. And, whether it be shame and, just entitlement or whatever it is. And that book will actually compare to Gary Vaynerchuk's just go and dominate, go and dominate, go and dominate. That's a really good grounder of just going, you know what, at the end of the day, none of it really matters. And none of it really does truly matter. What really matters is, seriously, what do you have that's in front of you? Do you have a family? Do you have a wife? Do you have kids? Do you have your music? Do you have a thing in your heart that makes you want to write music? Those are the things that matter. So really focusing on that and just pushing out all the noise and pushing out all the comparisons and pushing out all of, the voices in your head say you can't, and don't. It kind of gets rid of all that, because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Because all the things you worry about, you could really, you could die next week. I hope you don't. I hope you are around for years and years and years, and I get to hear the music that you create, and we can share in that together. But what if? Are the things that you're worrying about today, are the things that you're striving for today, are the measuring sticks that you put in your life, are they worth it? Because are you going to go, man, I wish I would have spent a little more energy on that? Or are you going to say, man, it didn't matter in light of this situation, and I wish I would have spent more time with my wife and my kids? And that book will put that stuff in perspective for you. It's not about being, just whatever about life. It's actually about focusing in on what is important in life and just kind of getting rid of all the other noise. So those two books, I will put a link to them below. It will be an Amazon affiliate link, so I will make a small commission on it if you were to go through that link and purchase it. But it's a great way to support this channel. I love spending time putting forth content for you guys out here on this channel, and I take time out of my day to do it. And it'll just be a great way for you to say thank you. And you're going to get books that I promise you will just blow doors open in your mind, get the gears turning, and hopefully inspire you to start actually taking action on these things that are in your heart. And I know how hard it can be. This channel was kind of the start of my crushing it, and it's been so much fun. It's been so much fun just to create these videos and to have people reach out and to be able to communicate with you and learn off each other and help you along your journey. And I hope to continue to be able to do that. And I hope that I have a long life to be able to invest in that. And I'll also leave links to some of my other social accounts, because I am starting to become more active on there, and it can kind of give you a different perspective on my personality. And I hope that we can just kind of connect on more of a human level there, because this channel really is just about education and kind of informing and giving you just the things in my head that I've learned and give it to you. And yeah, so I hope you got something out of this. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment below just to say hello to me. I would love to just hear from you and know a little bit about your story. If you're a musician, engineer, and just, start building that relationship. To all my other subscribers, I appreciate your continued support. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that little bell. It'll give you notifications every time I upload a new video. And again, my name is Brad Johnson at johnson.audio, where I am just a musician trying to help other musicians. I guess I'm going to throw the Gary Vaynerchuk thing out there, crush it. Maybe not. We'll find out. The future will tell. See you in the next one. Bye.